Wake up, Exiles! It's time to check out a new build, and it's called Tectonic Slam of Cataclysm. This build combines the Juggernaut's durability with the tactical reach of mages or archers. It's a tough and tactically flexible setup that unleashes devastating area of effect damage. The playstyle? One hit, and the entire screen is wiped out by a massive fire wave. First of all, this is the final version of the build, featuring the Mageblood belt and Progenesis flask. The main idea of the build is to gain as many endurance charges as possible and use them both as a source of defense and offense. With the skill Tectonic Slam of Cataclysm, we're able to increase our damage by consuming charges. Each consumed charge grants a significant boost to our firepower. Gem quality further increases our damage, so the best choice for us is Ashes of the Stars, which grants up to 30% increased quality to active skill gems. We also use Ralakesh's Impatience to count as having maximum endurance charges at all times, unlocking numerous powerful bonuses from the passive tree. Additionally, we're using the Echoes of Creation helmet, which massively boosts our damage when war cries exert our attack. Our main source of damage is physical damage, which we convert into fire damage. 60% from the skill gem and 40% from the passive tree. That means our primary source of physical damage must come from a two-handed melee weapon. The best option for us is a war staff, specifically Eventuality Rod, as it grants +1 to both endurance and power charges. When choosing a weapon, we are looking for maximum physical damage, critical strike chance, critical strike multiplier to maximum endurance charges, attack speed, if possible, but it's the lowest priority. The weapon is our core source of physical damage, so make sure to focus on it above all else. In the crit version of the build, we need to solve the issue of accuracy rating. Gloves become a good source of accuracy for us, so we're looking for gloves that provide high accuracy rating, maximum life, high armor stats, chaos resistance, and possibly some additional useful modifiers. Prioritize accuracy, as it's essential for maintaining consistent critical strikes in this setup. For our body armor, we are looking for a modifier that reduces extra damage taken from critical strikes per endurance charge. This provides a huge defensive boost, especially with the high number of charges we maintain. In addition, we're looking for high armor rating, chaos resistance, intelligence, maximum life, if possible. For the final version of the build, we're looking for a ring with an implicit modifier that grants +1 to maximum endurance charges. In addition, we want modifiers that provide critical strike chance or multiplier, maximum life, elemental resistances, and the essential modifier. Non-channeling skills have -7 or -8 to total mana cost. And of course, we want to mirror this ring using Kalandra's Touch Ring to double its power. With our Mageblood belt, we're using a carefully selected set of flasks for maximum survivability and utility. Progenesis Flask for powerful defensive layering and recovery, Quicksilver Flask to boost movement speed, Sapphire Flask for cold resistance and reduced effect of curses, Topaz Flask for lightning resistance and increased critical strike chance, Ruby Flask for fire resistance and a chance to avoid being shocked. When combined with Storm Shroud, this setup gives us full immunity to all elemental ailments. We chose the Juggernaut Ascendancy because it covers all of our core needs. Unflinching, reliably generates endurance charges, unstoppable, grants immunity to stuns and movement-slowing effects, unyielding, increases AoE, and provides bonus damage per endurance charge, undeniable, solves the accuracy issue in the crit version of the build. In addition, we're using Forbidden Flesh and Forbidden Flame jewels to gain the Tukohama, War's Herald Ascendancy from the Chieftain, which grants Fist of War at level 30, a massive boost to both AoE and overall damage. Now you can see all the gems and their links, along with all equipped items on both the character and the mercenary. All the necessary passive trees, skills, gems, and tattoos can be found in the Path of Exile, link below the video. Despite being a melee fighter with massive AoE damage, you're still able to maintain distance during boss fights. This gives you a clear advantage over builds that rely on staying in close range at all times. However, Fist of War has a cooldown of over 2 seconds, so you can't attack at full power constantly. In critical situations, you always have the option to heal yourself with war cries if you're using them manually, even though your resistances are nearly capped and your life pool is high. Try using Battle Mage's Cry to apply flammability. It's a big boost to your fire damage. You can also use Infernal Cry to gain bonus elemental damage for free. Before entering combat, strike the ground to prepare your slam. With Echoes of Creation, you'll take some physical damage back. But thanks to the Juggernaut's unflinching ascendancy, this immediately generates endurance charges. Once your charges are full, unleash your most powerful hit, and watch as the screen erupts with massive AoE and devastating damage. I like to use an animated guardian or stone golems, but they're not essential. They tend to die often. I'm also using mercenaries that provide 2 auras, haste and grace. However, even without them, this build performs exceptionally well, especially if you stick to a distance-based strategy and avoid face tanking, even though you're capable of doing it. This build combines balanced offensive and defensive mechanics, and it's capable of handling all in-game content, including the Sanctum. This version does require some investment, but honestly, it's worth it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. Stay safe, Exiles, and enjoy your fights against all the content in the game.